A viewer wrote in the comments that up to this point, I haven't told you which bed is best. Now, technically, since there's two, I can only tell you which one is better. But in this video, I am going to do my best to help you figure that out. Hi everyone, I'm Michelle and welcome back to my Meadow. This is the 7th month that I've had the Birdies and Vego beds filled, installed, and growing, and so it is time for another update. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to follow along on my little crazy antics in my Northeast Florida Zone 9A garden, consider subscribing to the channel. Before we get into the update, a little housekeeping. For clarification, I purchased these beds myself. I did become an affiliate for both companies after I installed them because the quality of the beds met my expectations. And each of them offer things that the other doesn't have. Now, what that means for you is if you decide that one of these beds is right for you and you choose to click the links that I've included in the description below, then I'll receive a small commission at no additional cost to you. If you're new here, you should know the fact that I get a little small commission on these beds doesn't change the information I share with you. I tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly of things that are going on. Now, let's get into this update. If you're interested in the head-to-head data on the individual beds, head over to my website at michelleinthemeadow.com and you can see I have a comparison chart on all of the key points about these beds. But in this video, I'm going to tell you some of the key differences and get right to the meat of helping you figure out which one might be better for you. Over here, we have the Vego 9-in-1 extra tall bed. It is 32 inches tall. Over here, we have the Birdies 8-in-1 bed, and it is 30 inches tall. For physical planting area, the Birdies is a bigger space. It gives you about 2 square feet more for planting. The Vego bed is manufactured in China. The Birdies bed is manufactured in Australia. The Vego bed uses stainless steel screws. The Birdies bed uses zinc coated screws. We know so far in actual field placement that Birdies have lasted 15 years or more. The Vego is newer to the market. They say it's designed for up to 20 years. So far it's been on the market about 3 years. So, which bed is better? I still say it depends. You see, it's going to matter what is important to you. If you need a bed that's a little bit taller and it's a little hard to see on my slope, the Vego may be the right choice for you. If you have grand dreams of growing more, then the Birdies might be the right choice for you. I do hear from people who don't want to buy a garden bed that's been made in China. Then you would want to choose the Birdies bed. The other difference currently between the two beds is the safety edging. Originally, I liked the edging on the Vego bed, but I have decided that I now like the one on the Birdies bed better because the Vego had a rubber coated metal. I scraped that rubber coating while I was installing the trellis that you see behind me, and now parts of the edging are beginning to rust. Whereas on the Birdies bed, it is a UV stable plastic coating and it doesn't scrape off if you scrape up against it. Now, I need a little help from you. Does that snippet of information help you decide which bed is better for you? If so, please put that in the comments below because I really want to make sure that I am making videos that are useful and helpful. Now that we've gotten all of the details of the beds out of the way, let's see how they've done after 7 months in the hot and humid Florida sun. Vego sent me an email thanking me for continuing to provide updates on the bed, and they wanted to know, and I'm going to share with you, how the stainless steel screws were holding up on their bed versus the zinc coated screws holding up on the Birdies. And let's go in for a closer look. In taking a look at the stainless steel screws, they are holding up just fine. And the zinc coated screws on the Birdies bed, those are looking just fine too. On both beds, I am starting to see a few little spots that look like they're starting to have a little bit of corrosion or rust. And we are seeing something similar on the Birdies bed right there. And I'm seeing this in a few spots on both of the beds now, but it's not affecting the integrity of the bed. Metal does change over time. Water conditions and all those things will affect a metal bed, but they'll affect a wooden bed as well in different ways. So I guess that brings us back to the question, which bed do I like better? And probably the better way to answer that is, which bed would I buy again? For this particular style bed, the Birdies with my coupon code Meadow over at Epic Gardening, it is cheaper. So it is less expensive for more growing space. And so if I was going to buy another bed just like this, I would go with the Birdies. That said, and I like to repeat this because I think it's important, Vego has some other styles of bed that I like that Birdies simply doesn't offer. And so I am very interested in trying out their elevated garden bed and maybe even their dragon fruit planter in the future. So I'm not writing Vego off. It's simply that for this style of bed, currently, Birdies is the better buy. Okay, so that's it. You have my definitive answer based on this style garden bed. If I was going to buy another one like this, currently it would be the Birdies. It's the better price for the ability to grow more food. That 2 inches taller doesn't really matter to me for my height. I find them both very comfortable to grow in. Until next time, my friends, remember to wear that high quality sunscreen, drink plenty of water, and have a fantastic day.